Hi everyone and welcome to day 17 of Waxvent. By myself again. I think Rhys is going to be back on the next video possibly, but this is just myself in this video. So as the patient that you see in here, the lady only had wax removed about 3 weeks before this appointment, and the patient felt better after having the initial wax removal done. But then a couple of weeks later I thought, my hearing has just kind of dropped again. And you can see it looks clear, but very similar to, I can't remember which day it was now, but there was a sort of a post-infection removal that we did, which was like a very, very hard kind of layer of dead skin that we peeled away off the front of the eardrum. This is not really a infection, but it's just a layer of keratin. And it's essentially the same thing as the previous video that I've just mentioned. This was an absolute nightmare to try and remove. Really, really satisfying at the end, but just a real pain to try and remove. So I thought at this point, oh, do you know, it's actually coming away quite nicely. We might be lucky here. But the amount of, I wouldn't say pressure, when we eventually get a really good grip with the forceps, I can feel the resistance from it. And obviously because it's against the eardrum and it's, it's kind of stuck there, I can't really, just whip it out. It has to be done really, really carefully. You can just see that slight bit of pressure I had to pull to try and peel that bit away. It just kind of snapped off. Just going to get this little bit right at the front section. Ideally with these ones, they kind of come away as a husk and you get the whole thing out in one go. But so far it's not kind of doing that. It's just breaking little tiny bits away. We are going to find oil that will help in this case as well. It's going to start getting underneath what we've started to peel away. What are we doing now? We're just kind of reassessing this. Oh yeah, I've put a bit of oil in there now, just mopping up some of the excess. So as I said, that oil is going to get underneath the dry keratin that we've just been trying to peel away. And what that does is it kind of acts like a lubricant, so it enables us to kind of slip it out a little bit easier, and it's actually a lot more comfortable for the patient as well. Because when it's really dry like it is, when we're putting pressure on that, the patient can feel that pressure, they can feel that pulling, whereas with the oil, it usually makes it a much more, I wouldn't say comfortable procedure, because it's a comfortable procedure anyway. It shouldn't be painful, but it's a strange old feeling. Really, really strange old feeling. So we've got the fine end on here now. And like I said, I'm just trying around the edges to get this loose. We've got little tiny bits. It's a really weird one because you can see as I start to pull on this, there's almost like a thinner, like a more flexible piece that's just kind of holding it in underneath. So we're going to work our way up around the side. I've got a bit of oil on the camera now. So is this top bit going to start peeling away? Can we get that loose as well? You can see just how dry it is, that bit that we're peeling away off the ear canal there. Absolutely solid. Yeah, the patient was sort of baffled. And to be honest, I was kind of baffled as well by how quick this had formed. Because like I said, the patient felt absolutely fine when they had their last wax removal done. It's kind of peeled so far and it's just kind of got itself stuck now. It's not really peeling much more away. Forceps. Yeah, gotta get the forceps in here now. Now that that's started to peel away, I said what I'm hoping now, if we can just get a little bit of a pull on this, that it's gonna start peeling off the eardrum. That's what we're hoping. Oh, no, reposition. It's just sheared a little bit away. Right, can this start lifting? Oh, it's coming. You can see with that oil where that has got underneath where we've peeled that away. So this is what I normally hope will happen at this point is it'll all start to pull away in one big piece. But you can't see it on the video, but I'm actually putting quite a bit of pressure on this. I like the pull. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on here, and I can see it's not really going anywhere. So we're going to have to try and peel some more of this outer section away. And go a little bit over towards the left hand side there, just trying to get that bit detached as well. Oof. No. They're really satisfying ones, these ones. I know it probably doesn't look like it watching it, but when it comes away perfect, it's such a relief, not only for us, obviously for the patient as well, but it's super, super satisfying. Ooh, there we are. Can you see that's all starting to unfold now. That should enable us to get a much better grip now with the forceps. If I can lift this a bit higher. Can I get underneath that bit there? Oh, come on. Can't get it lifted. Right, let's see if this is a little bit more mobile. Oh, got a little tiny bit at the top there. It's going to have to be this bit at the bottom because that has folded forwards now, so there's nothing really for us to grip onto. Oh, it's got a bit of skin there. It's flapped up against the camera. There you go. It's normally we'd say we're almost there. we'd almost be there by now. Ah, come on. The patient, bless her, she felt really bad coming in. She was like, oh, I feel so bad. It's only been a couple of weeks since my last one, but we were like, look, it is what it is. You know, if it needs doing, it needs doing. There we are. I'm literally like this at this point. I had to turn my hand almost, complete circle to get to the right angle. Oh, no, it's just shearing little tiny bits away. I probably could have put a little bit more oil in at this point. Gentle, you can see I'm very, very gentle. I'm not sheared off again. By pulling that really, really gently, it not only will it enable it to sort of stay as one big piece, but it should start peeling quite nicely off the eardrum as well. I just cannot get that bit in the right position. Got a little bit more space around the sides there now. Oh, that's a good grip. That's a good one. No, just broke a bit away. It's basically not what you want. This is not what we're looking for. It's probably the worst case scenario actually, with this breaking off into little tiny bits. Because what I don't want this to do now is to shear away and leave some down in the recess where it's going to be near impossible for us to grab that with you know, the forceps or even with the suction. So I've popped a little bit more oil in here now. And I'm going to bring this down from the top. There's still quite a bit you can see there, just kind of on the top half of this ring. Ooh, that's good, that's nice. A little bit more hopeful now, we've got a little bit more movement going on. No. It's moving slightly, ever so slightly. Like I said, this is why it baffled me so much as to how this was even in there after a couple of weeks. Set of forceps again now. Right, gentle pull here again. Is that going to shear it away, or is that going to peel off the eardrum? And I think I'm going to lean more towards the shearing away. There we are. Now you can see there's that little tiny lip just at where the tip of that Rosen inserter is. I'm trying to peel that. Oh, because that's going to bring that piece on the right hand side. It's very difficult to see, but it's a very slight sort of yellow you can see against that pink ear canal. So that's still where the dry skin is. That's where the keratin is kind of building up. Oh, there we are. You could see it started. That's where I've just repositioned now. As I touch that, you could see it all starting to like move. So it's starting to peel away now. If I can reposition this now to get a good grip with the forceps, now that the sides and the bottom and the top have all started to peel away, this should come out better for us. Whoa. I'm like fully engrossed in this as well. I mean, the problem we have with keratin, especially this area, as you start to peel it away, a lot of the time it tries to reposition itself back on the ear canal, which again just makes it a little bit more tricky. But we've managed to lift it slightly and get it held in a position where we should be able to grip it nicely with the forceps there. Haven't really got a good grip there. Oh, come on. Oh, that's peeled a little bit further in. This is the grip. I think this is it. Eardrum is starting to uncover now. You can see that's very slowly starting to peel away behind. We've got a, oh, look at that. So that's gone off the eardrum and it's started to peel down the ear canal. This is what I was hoping for earlier in the video. Cool, look at that coming away. That's literally a husk of the whole ear canal. Patient couldn't believe the difference once that came out. Look at that. That's like, well, there was a little tiny little spot there, but we've kind of left that there. But look at that. That's like, you could barely even see anything at the start of the video. It's just again, like on the previous video, just a very slight bit of discoloration. But it makes a massive difference to the hearing. Thank you for sticking around with that, guys. I know it was probably a bit more boring than some of my some of our previous videos. But as always, you know, you can like, heart, share, you can do the following, you can subscribe, you can do all the usual business. That's obviously completely up to you. But as always, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and we shall see you on the next video. Thanks everyone, bye bye.